Hi everybody, welcome to day 18 of 21 Days of Tapping for Website Resistance. Today we're going to tap on a real showstopper, the idea that our website has to be perfect before we can publish it and put it out there. Now, this vow of perfection really gets a lot of us because we've been taught to strive to be the best we can, to do really well. Along the way, if our homework wasn't perfect, we got big red crosses or comments, and so we learned that it has to be perfect or we'll get into trouble or other people will be disappointed in us, all this kind of thing. And the problem with that, as we know, is that it can stop us from moving forward. And there's this idea in our minds that if it's not perfect, I don't deserve the rewards. I don't deserve praise. I don't deserve any compensation or even respect or credibility. And as you can see with websites, this is what we need in order to be able to put it out there. So let's do some tapping. First on the kind of environment that we create in our own heads, and then on getting into a place where we can feel done is better than perfect. So take a breath first and say to yourself, my website has to be perfect. How true is that on a scale of 1 to 10? How does that feel for you? Is there kind of fear or anxiety, disappointment, anticipated? Let's do some tapping. Even though my website has to be perfect, I love and accept myself completely. Even though my website has to be perfect, I love and honor myself completely. Even though my website has to be perfect, and I'm going to go on and on, revising and correcting, recreating, deleting, continuing and continuing until I reach perfection. And even though my website has to be perfect, I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. My website has to be perfect. It has to be perfect. How can I ask anybody to visit my website if it isn't perfect? How can I ask people to become clients or customers if it isn't perfect? It just won't be possible. If there is anything that isn't perfect there, I just shouldn't put it out there. And I try and I try. I rewrite, I revise, I ask advice endlessly. And everybody has a different opinion. And I have so much self-doubt and so much self-criticism. Anything that anybody has said to me in the past, when I was less than perfect, comes into my mind. This is just not good enough. You can't put that out there. You can't publish this. This is unprofessional. This is shameful. You should be ashamed of yourself. Such a poor effort. The voices go on, and I feel worse and worse. And I slow right down and I get into a pattern of moving ahead and pulling back. I keep striving and never arriving. All this feeling that my website has to be perfect. I'm not allowed to publish it until it is absolutely perfect. And a part of me knows that's never going to happen. Even if I like something one day, the next day I'll be second guessing it. I can never reach this perfection. All this self-doubt, all this self-criticism. I have such high standards for myself that I'll never be able to reach them. I'm never going to be able to publish this website because it's never going to be perfect. And it has to be perfect. Take a breath. See how you're feeling now. See if anything moved, shifted, if any new ideas came to mind, or maybe a little bit of a pushback, that feeling of, well, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just got to be really good and say a few things, and then people will be able to see it at least. So let's do another tapping round and get into this more positive frame of mind. I'm allowing my website to be, and I love and accept myself completely. I'm allowing my website to be, and I love and honor myself completely. I'm allowing myself, my website, Freudian slip there, to be. It doesn't have to be perfect. Oh yes, it can be really good. It can be innovative. It can be inspired. It can look great. It can be the fruit of all my hard labors. But I'm allowing it to be. And I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. I'm allowing my website to be. I'm allowing it to be. I'm allowing it to be fabulous. I am going to work on it so that it's really great. And I'm going to let go of this idea of perfection. I'm going to let it be. I'm going to give myself that gift. I'm going to share this with the world because I have so much to share with the world. And that's going to come through on my website. The kind of things that I want to put out there, that I want to serve the world with. Because I know I can provide a service. I know that people will benefit from it. So I'm going to allow my website to be a tool, a channel for the people who can benefit from what I have to offer. I'm going to honor myself for how hard I work, even if a lot of that work is just getting past resistance. If I think I'm moving very slowly, Maybe it's because I've got a backpack full of rocks. So I'm moving slowly. I'm going to toss out those rocks one by one. And one of the biggest rocks is this vow of perfection, this need for my website to be perfect. I'm tossing that one out. I'm letting it go. I'm leaving it behind me so that I can move forward much more easily and feel really good about creating my website. So take a breath. See how you're feeling now. Feeling a bit lighter, I hope. Go create your website. We will all benefit.